Welcome to Emerald Isle. Vibrant signs of life here on this island. Vivid colors, different sprites, and that even includes the Mr. Malwick sprite that I remembered and was so confused as to why I wasn't seeing him. Whenever I did some test runs of this game, after I had placed it into the window apparatus. Now, there are some bizarre quirks that should not be in the game, like the peasants walking in place. But at least they're pretty. Some technobabble here. Longtime viewer xenthalelaeos, who may be the actual Sage of Daggerfall, has been part of the comments for a long time. Asked, or rather just mentioned, software 3D instead of hardware acceleration 3D, which brings some vibrancy and vitality, like the moving sky, which I was confused as to why that wasn't in the game either. You know, I made a quip about it at the end of last video, and I was like, wait, wasn't I supposed to move? Well, it's just due to the quirkiness of Might and Magic 7 that software 3D brings all of this vibrancy and sprite quality, but hardware acceleration does not. Now, the wrapper I have put Might and Magic 7 in wants to keep defaulting to hardware acceleration, but does run, for the most part, just fine. Even in software 3D, though, we are having plenty of peasants get stuck in place, and there's also another slight issue too. Listen, tutorial lady. We'll get with you in a moment. We have an issue here involving shopping, where that happens. There's not a flawless transition to what's happening back there in the background, which on hardware acceleration 3D transitions just fine. And text boxes have that quirky effect to them as well, which also doesn't have an hardware acceleration. I think this is all due to how I've configured this into a forced windowed mode at a comfortable resolution I can view, because by default this game's at a 640 by 480. And Grimith's eyes, just not on this monitor. So yeah, there's some technobabble there. I did say we'd actually do some gameplay. By the way, what a beautiful thumbnail, right? We're gonna get into some proper gameplay. Now, you'll see them move around initially. They get frozen. Again, gameplay. Flailfist, Revocane, Vic, and Princess J2. That's some equipment to put on. You have a ring of +2 air resistance? Sure, wear it. And some gauntlets. Go for it. Got a Book of Featherfall.
Well, that'll be useful.
Book of Firebolt.
I've learned it.
Potion Bottle, Poppy Snaps. Those will go to the Druid. Crossbow. And a ring of +4 accuracy, which you shall wear. Bottle and reagent. A brass ring, you can keep that to sell. Equip the mace.
That is going to be useful.
There's also a quirky shadowing effect with my mouse, it seems, which I'm also not used to seeing.
That is going to be useful.
But it quickly dissipates, so it should only be a minor nuisance for everyone, including myself. Princess J2 has a ring of +4 speed, which I will give to Revocane.
This should be useful.
Book of Poison Spray.
This should
and
be
slow.
useful.
A dagger to equip. And these reagents, which... there. Looks pretty. Go ahead and put on that ring of +4 speed. And now Revocane's not so damn slow. Hooray! Okay, so we have a tutorial companion along with us. A tour guide for Emerald Island. I'm not going to take the time to read everything she says, but I will actually leave the tour on, so that you can pause and read at your leisure. Greetings, by the way. Emerald Island, southeast of Arathia, and Lord Markham has brought all manner of goodies to this locale to support adventurers during the scavenger hunt, this contest. You retrieve all those items. The first group to do so. It could be just an individual, or it could be it depends on the group size. You win. What do you win? What's the prize? Harmondale. a town on the main continent. That's right. You can become the next lords and ladies of Harmondale. Great fun. These peasants are folks that you can talk to and recruit as party members, offering you various bonuses if you're into that sort of thing. For example, this fine individual here.
Hello.
Is a chaplain. Look at how friendly Louis is. Cast a bless spell on us at master ranking once per day, and will take 2% of all gold we find. So he would take all of my starting gold to hire, and take 2% of every gold clump I find, from now to eternity, until I dismissed him. We have Mia here, who warns you about the wild dragonflies in the northwestern section of the island. The townsfolk here are hoping that all of these contestants will thin out the dragonfly numbers. And by the way, there's a dragon as well. The judge in the cutscene is a bit surprised and perturbed about this whole concept of a dragon. But the natives of Emerald Island are rather familiar with the dragon. We've got a blacksmith.
Need a new weapon?
Do you want to buy weapons, or sell weapons, or learn weapon-related skills? Come to the blacksmith. Standard group of items. Special group of items. You can save before entering a shop for the first time. If you do not like a particular weapon array, you can load and then enter that shop again. Otherwise, you gotta wait until the damn thing restocks. And various skills. Different shops throughout this game will provide different skills to be taught and sell different things. We have Alyssa the Bard here, and she's right next to the tavern.
Hi.
Hello. She's in charge of overseeing the entertainment on Emerald Isle. Yes, she's here to provide entertainment to the entourage, the contestants, and to anyone else who would like to hear a song. She brought a lute with her. And we do actually need a lute. Or we do need a musical instrument, which is this lute, in order to complete the scavenger hunt. She's willing to part with it for 500 gold pieces. Alternatively, you could kill her or steal it from her, if you have anyone with stealing skill.
Come in, come in.
Now, there's a widescreen mod for this game, which, on one hand, renders it all in 16:9, but on the other hand, removes these beautiful animations, which I feel are important for the immersion of this game. They enhance my enjoyment of it. There's going to be some quirkiness for sure with the software 3D, but the price we pay for beauty, yes. This well has a magical benefit, bestowing a powerful fire-resistant spell on the drinker. Yes. There are many wells like this one in the game. High immersion. You can look in your auto notes book under the Fountains tab for a list of all the wells you've tried drinking from during the course of the game. So, that's plus 50 fire resistance temporarily. These do not work with like a percentage of like 2/100 thing. Basically, how much resistance you have is how much damage gets chopped off from an attack. Maybe. Possibly. Actually, Grimith doesn't remember. Oh well. Can't remember everything about this game. Good luck. We have ourselves an armorer here. Hooray.
See anything you want?
Selling a bunch of crud. Some gauntlets, horned helmet, leather armor. Got a peasant hat here that provides nothing. Wooden buckler. Now we're looking to learn various skills here, although he really can't teach us much in the way of armor. By all means.
See anything you want?
Let's actually admire him at work here. Dedicated. Face of a man who's put in lots of long hours of work. He's seen some shit in his day. Got another well here, but it's just refreshing. More on that well later. Got some widow's wheat berries just hanging out. That's a reagent. We'll pick it up. You are standing in front of the house in which Lord Markham has set up his temporary headquarters on Emerald Island. Benefactor behind the scavenger hunt. And the judge is inside too.
His Grace, Lord Markham, Duke of the Western Lowlands.
His Grace, Lord Markham, Duke of the Western Lowlands. Yes. Tell me about Castle Harmondale. One of the most scenic areas in all Arathia. Outside of the Talarian Forest, or Talarian. Edge of the elf-human border. Bit of a fixer-upper castle. Roomy. Excellent ventilation. Sounds like a great place for us all to be, yeah. Hunt exciting indeed. Yes. Everyone is competing in a spirit of good sportsmanship and camaraderie. Oh, and by the way, there's some missing contestants, and he's got a 1,000 gold reward for the group to bring back information on the contestants that have disappeared. This man just wants to verify that you have all the items needed to win the contest. A red potion, a long bow, a floor tile from the Temple of the Moon, a wealthy hat, a seashell, and an instrument. So we look here. This is our quest log. And we have auto notes here that can track all manner of different things. House is devoted to selling membership in the local air and fire guilds. Here's a guard. By the way, I can yell at people.
Move it!
Which does lock them out of their stasis.
Move it!
I guess on the bright side, I don't have to worry about anyone's... I wonder if enemies are going to be impacted by this, too. And they won't wander around. That's going to actually make the game harder. I'm intrigued. By the way, Roger here sells membership in the Spirit and Body Magic Guilds. By the way, if you're getting tired of my messages, email the Piper. We've got 2 other wells here that will restore hit points and spell points. Town Healer is here. You can pay for any healing your characters may need, even raising characters from the dead. How about that?
Do you need healing?
No, but thanks for the offer.
Go in peace.
There's some interesting sound clipping happening there, too. That shouldn't be happening either. I think running with Software 3D has left me with more questions than answers. Training Center of Emerald Island. If you have enough experience points, you can come here to increase your character's levels. Hooray!
Need some training?
And we can learn skills here as well. Lilfist can't. But the other characters can, to some extent. Spirit Guild, Air Guild. Yes, and that teaches you where you can become members of those things. Air Guild. You can find the Town Alchemist here for potions and potion ingredients.
Hi, how are you?
Some concoctions are explosive. If you'd like to buy some empty potion bottles and maybe some reagents, you can. An excellent choice. This pure intellect recipe is of the finest quality. I'm willing to virtually give it away for 1,000 gold. What an offer. What a deal. What a deal. Yes. And you can learn stuff like alchemy or identify monster. Mr. Malwick
Hi.
has the opportunity of a lifetime. We have reason to believe that whoever is in charge of Harmondale the next few months will have an unprecedented opportunity to shape the future. That is why I'm here today, to make sure the shape of the future is pleasing to my associates. I'm sure you understand. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Mr. Malwick. I represent a group of, shall we say, investors in the future. I've been observing you since you arrived on this island, and I believe your values and goals have much in common with ours. I am empowered to grant you a fireball wand to help you win the hunt today, in exchange for a favor in the future. What do you say? Why, sure, Mr. Malwick, we'll take this one. Excellent. Sometime in the future, I, a representative of my group, will call on you to return the favor. I hope you won't disappoint us. Here's your fireball wand. We should not be seen talking again. The others might get suspicious.
Hi.
Get away from me, or you're trying to get caught on purpose. Now, you don't have to accept Mr. Malwick's offer. If you would like the wand otherwise, you could kill him, or direct him to a place where he can be killed. But he seems like a straight-up kind of guy. He gave us a wand of fireballs with 31 charges. Wands like these are born of cruelty and evil. Yeah, anyone can use a wand. Anyone can use a scroll. Anyone can use a potion. No limitations on that front. It's pretty nice. It's a way for parties with low magic to compensate for their deficiencies. Initiate Guild of the Body. We have another well here that Flailfist will be drinking deeply from. Provides +2 luck permanently. Up to 15 luck. Now you can have a total of 8 drinks from this. So 4 there. I'm going to accidentally press the shoot key with Revocaine and thankfully not hit anyone. Nothing for J2. Vic and Revocaine can have the rest of the luck, and Princess J2 will have lucky number 7 forever. Over there is a Haste Pedestal that will grant you the effect of haste. However, in this game, unless you're playing with the Greyface mod patch, or some other sort of fix, the haste spell is broken, and this pedestal is broken. Only haste potions work. There's a duper, by the way. Vastly increases your merchant skill at the cost of reputation. Reputations in this game. Reputation can help influence shop prices. So, kind of a mixed bag with the duper. By the way, initiate Guild of Fire. Hooray. You can hear some hissing out there. That's the northwestern part of the island where the dragonflies are, that are full of misery and death. The magic shop.
Can I help you with anything?
Thurston the Magician. Selling all manners of esoteric bullshit. The Huntsman's Cloak of Precision. You know, just a regular old pearl ring, an eyeball amulet. Cure poison, cure poison. That's all neat.
Can I help you with anything?
By the way, I'll let you admire him at your leisure. Cool. Okay, so we've toured Emerald Island. We haven't seen literally everything on this island, but we have seen most of the exterior of the island. What's in the box? We got a wooden buckler. We have a battle axe, cure weakness potion, along with some widow's weep berries that we will give to the alchemist, a spite club, some boots, and a crude bow, and some gold. Revocaine will put on these boots, as well as use this bow. We're going to give this crossbow to Flailfist to use at some future time. I don't have anyone who can use shields right now. The Spike Club is 1d3 plus 3 versus 2d4. How much damage does this dagger do? 2d2. I think this will actually be better for you to equip, and you don't need any skill in order to use a club. Just a club, you know. We'll go clubbing.
Move it!
I gotta. That was close.
Go!
Ha! Ha!
Get away! Get away!
Maybe I'll just go ahead and save God forbid I actually shoot one of the townsfolk. That would be tragic. Head up here. We're going to leave our tour guide on for the time being. We have a bit more. Hello, my name is Donna. I live here with my daughter, Sally. I recall a few strangers poking around the entrance to the Dragon's Cave recently. I didn't notice that they went inside, but I haven't seen them around since. They must have realized how dangerous that place is and headed back to town. The cave right behind my house, by the way, not the abandoned temple, it belongs to Morkarak, the Pitiless, the Dragon of Emerald Island. He doesn't appreciate visitors, so I wouldn't advise going there. The abandoned temple is buried in the hill south of my house. You can get to it by entering the caves at the top of the hill. This is Sally, by the way. Fire resistance pedestal. Lasts for 5 hours. Pretty nice. Though a high resistance can greatly reduce fire damage, it does not make your character immune. Hey, Sally.
Greetings.
I don't usually see people this far from town. Are you lost? View of the ocean is much better, and she's willing to sell you seashells for 100 gold pieces each. Or you could murder her for a seashell. Over here you've got Brent and his 2 bros.
Greetings.
He's a contestant in the scavenger hunt, who notes that the toughest band of contestants have hid out in the Temple of the Moon. And he knows how to make blue potions, he just doesn't know how to make red potions. And he's willing to make a deal for you, where if you got a red potion, he'll give you a wealthy hat in exchange. I wish Brent knew how to make a red potion. I know, right? By the way, Wizard Eye causes the auto map located in the upper right corner of the main gaming screen to show the locations of monsters and other points of interest while outdoors, lasting 1 hour per point of skill in air magic. Got a cannon. That's not how that's supposed to work. Okay. This may be the only video in which we have beautiful sprite vibrancy. That shot is supposed to go arcing out there in the beautiful ocean and have a beautiful explosion. Why can't we have nice things? Day of the Gods pedestal. Day of the Gods, powerful spell. Significantly increases our attributes. You know all those low scores? Who cares about them? We have Day of the Gods, or even Princess J2 is now a badass. Yeah. Look at all that damage we deal. She actually deals the highest minimum damage. These two are unarmed. She's actually got a mace. And that'll last for a full day. Some more food. This may end up being our only video with beautiful sprites. I guess I can fit a little more technical crud. Let's go out here and pick up a chest that's out here, along with some reagents. But we do have to be careful, because there's dragonflies who want to get us. Wow, not a whole lot in that chest. Let's run. Because I don't feel like fighting right now. We got 533 gold pieces, which is a tragedy. I'm going to go and use the heal spell here, rather than walking all the way back to town to restore some of these hit points. Now, the reason why we're missing hit points and spell points is the Day of the Gods. Increased our attributes. It isn't wise to enter this cave. A terrible dragon lives within, and few who enter leave alive. Okay, Margaret, you convinced me. Maybe we won't enter the cave. This is the entrance to the old Temple of the Moon, infested with small vermin. You should consider searching here at some point. I think we're done with Margaret. She may have another few lines to say, but we're done with her. let's hit up this Game of Might. And we won! Everyone wins, because everyone has enough might and everyone gets skill points for free. Hooray. Free skill points. Neat. Anyway, now that we've shut up that boring old curmudgeon, Margaret, why don't we go say hi to the dragon, yeah? That's a good idea. A large dragon obviously makes his residence in these caves. Perhaps this is where those missing adventurers are.
Ew. What's that smell?
It doesn't even hurt. Ow!
There are
what a
rats in
scratch.
here for the dragon to distract himself with while you goof around. Of course, the rats are interested in fighting you as well, because of the reasons. Unfortunately, the dragon is playing defense against the other stuff over here. But we got him. There might be one more item or two that I'm missing, but we're done. We got all the goodies in here. Now that we've robbed the dragon, I'm sure there will be no more repercussions. The town will not have to pay for my sins at all. So what all did we grab? We got a Contestant Shield, which is a quest item. Blood stains the backside of this battered shield. The owner must certainly have been killed while using it.
Sorry, can't help.
This other stuff, though, well, it's not exactly
I don't know.
identified. We don't really know what it is. If we had someone with the identify item skill,
I don't know what that is.
we could take care of it. We could take it to a shop merchant who could pay. We could pay a fee to them, and they'll identify it. Or we can recruit a follower who can assist us with identifying things. We also have a journal fragment. Our first day since reaching Emerald Island. A strange man named Malwick approached us. His offer seemed strange, a wand for future considerations. We turned him down. As we left and headed towards the northeastern area of the island, he laughed and yelled that he knew that he wouldn't see us again. Well, we figured out what happened to the missing contestants. This sounds tragic.
His Grace, Lord Markham, Duke of the Western Lowlands.
So, there really is a dragon on the island? I thought everyone was referring to the dragonflies everywhere. I'll warn everyone to stay away from that cave so we don't lose anyone else. The 1,000 gold piece reward is ours. Hooray.
I don't know what that is.
Right. A longbow is one of the items that we have to turn in. Not worried about it right now. Okay. By the way, we have an award now. We found the missing contestants on Emerald Island. Neat. Hooray. And we got some experience points for our troubles. We're eligible to train to level 2. We haven't even fought and killed anything. Don't worry, that'll change. Let's go grab some spell points. Okay, folks. It seems like a good end to the video. Joining me next time, where the vibrancy of the world may change, we may get some guild memberships, we may learn a few skills. We're actually better liked in this town now, so prices are going to be a bit cheaper for us. We may discover the mystery of this well, and we may go murder some dragonflies. And who knows, the abandoned Temple of the Moon could await us too. But probably not the dragon. Probably not. Not next video, anyway. And who knows, maybe I will deem some of these folks worthy of coming along for the ride. Until then, all the best.